Hey guys. I'm up live this morning. I don't want to have as much time before we get started today as I did the other day, so hopefully you guys are kind of figuring out how to find me live here. I'll give you just a couple minutes to kind of log on, and then you can message me and let me know if you're joining me. Let's see. All right, as you're logging on and finding my live feed, go ahead and say hey. I'll give us about maybe one more minute, and then we're gonna start with day 2 of the staying positive and productive through hard times little thing that we're doing here. Got to make sure I got all my stuff. So the information that I'm sharing with you and kind of how we're doing this 3 times a week, we're going to meet live. And then hopefully you do some of these things that I'm showing you how to do on your own too. This is just a great daily practice. Sometimes it's nice to do right before you go to bed as well. Just to kind of refresh your mind, end on a positive note or begin on a positive note, have a plan for your day and all of that stuff. So I'm gonna get started. And as you log on, if you wanna comment here with me, please do. If not, if you're just frantically writing, that is fine too. But what I'm doing every Saturday, Thursday, or Tuesday and Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8:30 a.m. We're gonna meet live and work on kind of starting our morning off right. And then hopefully you carve out some time on those other days of the week to do this on your own. And then when we meet together, I love your feedback because it helps me to have you here with me live. I love to hear things. Hey guys, I love to hear your feedback and what you are working on and doing as well. So this is just kind of an accountability live feed. And then the days that we don't meet together, you'll be on your own, being accountable to yourself, all right? So here's how this staying positive and productive through hard times project is going to work. You're gonna need a paper or a binder. I suggest if you start doing this regularly, which is a great thing to do because you can go back and look at things that you've written previously. I suggest you have some sort of binder. So this morning you need something to write on and something to write with. And then we're gonna get started. Here's how this will work. Every morning, I want you to get up a little early, carve out a little bit of time, 15 minutes or so. We're gonna come up with 3 things we're grateful for every morning. And I'd like you to do that now if you haven't already. Take a second, and as I'm talking, start writing down. Once we get done meeting together, you can sit there still and continue this as well. But every morning, we're gonna think of some things that we're grateful for because you cannot have joy without gratitude. So this morning, I've got my paper, and I didn't even get done. I'm gonna have to go back in and finish, but I started. One of the things on my list of what I'm grateful for today is my mailman. It's kind of times like this that you really appreciate people that you probably should have been appreciating for a long time, right? So my mailman, he's just overloaded with tons of deliveries that he has to make, especially right now because a lot of us are at home and want our stuff delivered. And he shows up every day and brings me my mail. And I'm so grateful for him. I'm so grateful that he's doing that. He's still coming to work every single day and delivering my mail so I can keep in touch with my friends and family. I can get goods delivered. So every time he shows up, I just feel this like deep sense of gratitude. I'm gonna have to make him some cookies or something. I'm not even sure if they're allowed to accept things I'll have to ask. But that's one of the things I'm really grateful for today. So as you're joining me, if you think of some stuff that you're grateful for and you have a second, message me and let me know what those are, because I think it's great to share. So 3 things you're grateful for. Come up with those. The second thing I want on your paper each morning is I want you to choose, and we're just going to focus on the day at hand, all right, so we don't get overwhelmed. This stuff will build, and eventually we're just going to have a binder full of amazing stuff and amazing days. So the second thing I want you to do each morning is choose a way that you can express gratitude today. So write it down. Today, what specifically can you do to express your gratitude? It can be just a way of being today, being patient, being happy, being mindful of how lucky you are, or it could be actually a way that you can express your gratitude. So that's the second thing that needs to be on your paper. And then the third thing is I want you to set an overall intention for your day. Now, this is really personal to each person and also the kind of day you're having or the kind of week you're having. A lot of times, something that speaks to me on one specific day, I don't need it as much another day. So really sit there kind of in a quiet space and think, what should my overall intention for my day be? And again, that can be a feeling, that can be a state of mind, that could even be a thing that you want to be doing. But what's your overall intention today? And here's mine. It's a little bit different for today. Intention for today is to be patient with the season that I am in right now. So sometimes I get really anxious, like I got to do this and this and this, and I can't do it right now, or I got to stay busy constantly. And I let that feeling like overwhelm me. Even when I'm here at home, I got to keep the kids busy 24/7. I got to make them doing productive things constantly. I have to be doing productive things constantly. Go, 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 go. They got to keep up on their school. They got to keep up on their exercise. And sometimes for me, what I really need is just to step back and be patient with where we're at. Maybe it's all right if we don't get a ton accomplished today. We're just together and we're happy. Maybe it's okay if we sit down and watch some TV in the morning. Sometimes, I'm the person that's like, no TV, we got to do all this stuff. It's rotting your brain. Maybe it's okay. It's all right to just kind of zone out and just be. So my overall intention today, and it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to be lazy or we're going to be not productive, but sometimes the most productive things we can do is just be at peace with what's going on. So that's my overall intention today. So set yours. And then finally, the fourth thing that I want you to write on your paper is, what can you do to be productive and move forward today? And again, this is totally personal to you. And sometimes this is what I got to do today. I'm going to stay super productive. I'm going to make a list. That was kind of my attitude yesterday. Today, how I feel like I can be the most productive and move forward is to be okay with what's going on. Be okay with maybe not getting some things done. To be okay with rest or what I interpret as not being as productive with my list of things. That's how I feel like I can be most productive today. Makes sense? So that is so let me repeat the 4 things you need to have written down each morning. 3 things you're grateful for. If you've got any good things, share them, or even things that, you're just trying to come up with something to be grateful for today. That's okay too, it's fine. So 3 things you're grateful for. Next, choose how you can express your gratitude today. Next, I want you to set an overall intention for your day. And then finally, I want you to write down how you can be productive and move forward today. And it could be mentally, It can be spiritually, it can be physically, whatever. And then finally, I'm going to share my mantra for today with you. You can come up with your own mantra, your own kind of motivational quote, if you will, or you can use mine. Like I said, sometimes different things speak to me on different days. But today, my mantra for today, and I usually screenshot it and put it on my phone so I can look at it and remind myself, kind of goes along with my whole overall feeling for today. My mantra for today is, flowing will get you places forcing never did. Let me say that one more time. Flowing will get you places forcing never did. So sometimes we just have to let this idea of how things should be go and just go with the flow and be okay with what is. Right? Okay, so I'm going to give you just a second, and it's fine with me if nobody wants to share. As we kind of go through this daily or 3 times a week, we're going to have more and more people feeling comfortable with sharing, figuring out how that works. But if you've got something that you're grateful for, I'd love to hear, or if you've got a good intention for the day or anything like that. And if you don't have time to write it now, you can come back and comment. So quickly, as that's happening, I just want to remind you, we'll be back with this on Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. I also teach live fitness classes. My schedule is up online. There's a little window with a picture, and right next to it, it says what classes I'm teaching coming up. So here's what's coming up on Monday if you want to join me. At 7:30 a.m., I'm teaching a restorative yoga class. Please join me live or do it at another time. It'll be saved up here. And at 9:30 a.m., I'm teaching a pretty intense cardio, HIIT, and agility class. All right, so 7:30 a.m. is yoga, 9:30 a.m. is HIIT and agility on Monday. This is not happening again until Tuesday at 8:30 a.m., but I encourage you to do it tomorrow morning anyways, and then when we meet at 8:30, I'd love to hear what you've come up with. Thanks for being with me this morning. It always helps me. Take a second to do something that makes you feel good this morning. Read something that makes you feel good. Take a moment to look outside, watch something funny, read something inspiring, whatever. Start your day off right. Good to see you guys, and we'll see many of you tomorrow.